Hi viewers, today we are going to see about the microprocessor and microcontrollers. So first, let me see what is the introduction of this. And see here, normally a computer is the one which is a programmable machine. Uh, it receives the input through the input devices what we are giving, and it manipulates the data given and convert into whatever the required format it will send to the output devices. So we will get through monitor or some printers like through the output devices. So in this system, it consists of a CPU and it consists of the memory devices and interface between these inlet port and outlet devices. Okay, so here the normally we will call as a programmable logic devices, which consist of which is used for the automation purpose. Okay, there for nowadays in industries, automation is very important over there. So it is used in manufacturing the automation system, where again there is the control functions are needed. How to control the motor, how to control the feed of the machines. Everything can be done with the help of some information. So input and output devices, logical instructions are needed to control the motors and the drives. And for these we use languages to write a program. We are going to use languages for controlling these all the actions, and the machine is going to be converted as in its own language, and then it gives the instruction through the signals, right? So here the three important things what we are going to see is there are three types of PLD, programmable logic devices are there. One is microprocessor and microcomputer and programmable logic controller. Okay, normally we will call as a PLC. These three are the basic systems. Here microprocessor in the sense it is a circuit which is carries the digital functions, and it processes the informations and it sends to the system where it is needed. Okay, so the microcomputer is having this microprocessor as it's a center of as it's a unit, central processing unit, and do the all the functions of the computer, right? This is the microcomputer. Let us see one by one. And the programmable logic device is an electromechanical device which uses where mainly in industries where man cannot go and work over there. Some important, that's what the devices can be controlled with this PLC. The devices where the environment is hazardous, where man cannot go and work over there. So some functions will be there. And the micro processor chips are very important over there. Here these are very much helpful in all activities, that is all the processing actions. So earlier this is a microprocessor, Intel, it is an Intel processor 4004 in the year 1971. Okay, it was it's first invented over there. And you can see the characteristics of this is around it's a 10 mm process and 2300 transistors were there. The speed is 400 to 800 kilohertz, and it's a 16 pin package. It's a 16 pin package. So like this it starts its functions over there. It start developing. And the 4-bit processor, again it goes to 8-bit processors. So bit is the word, it's data, binary word. How at a time how many words can be passed, how many digits can be passed through the data bus or address bus. Like that, bus is the one which carries the signals from the input devices to memory CPU, and then from after the process it will bring to the next instructions. So it's a carrier where it can carries the bits at a time, 4-bit or 8-bit or 16-bit or 32 bits. So like that the processors it gets developed by each and every stage. So now around this is the stage what how it is given, how it is developed. You can see uh, it depends upon the number of transistor and the width of width. clock speed and data width. So in 8080 it was data width 8 bits, and instructions per second it passes 0.64 millions per second. Then it increases the 8 bits, 16 bits, 32 bits processors, and Pentium 3, Pentium 4. If you see the transistors, number of transistors increases, so that the speed, clock speeds, and the data can transfers now around 7,000 millions instructions per second can be passed through the Pentium 4. So the microprocessor is getting one by one developed. It's a chip where it's everything is getting developed from the 80386 in the year after the pen it starts. Okay, after 8086 comes, then it is getting increases to until Pentium 4. Then now you can see the Intel Duo Core Duo processors, and Intel Core i7 existing. So this is the upgradation of the microprocessors, and according to that it will increase, the speed is getting increases and memory getting increases, all the things, right? So what is a microprocessor? Let me see here. It is a programmable clock driven register based and electronic device. So it functions, we can write. What is a program? Is a set of instructions. We are going to give a set of instructions to the computer. That's a computer. Here the microprocessor we will say, and we can the instruction whatever we are giving, it is inside a clock will be set, and the clock driven according to the timing. It takes the instructions in proper timing, and processing in time, and it sends in time. It's a clock driven mechanisms. And register based is the one where it is having memory registers where the instructions are getting stored, and it can be taken back and processed again. It can be stored, and then it can send to devices. Like the registers are there inside for the process data processing, and it is full of electronic devices. So this is the important thing. So microprocessor is a programmable register based clock driven, and it's an electronic device which read the instruction from the storage what we are going to give, and it takes and process, and it gives the output according to the instruction what we are providing. Okay, fine. So this is what the things we are going to see, that programmable, and means it's a sequence of operation. Program is a sequence of operation. We are going to give the sequence of operations, and it is functioning. It is get functioning over there, and it divided in the precise clock system. Okay, it functions according to the some clock system which is already set over there. According to that it will function the input output data, and storages are there, and it's entirely made a electronic device. Now there is the three important things we are going to see. Is one is the input output device, and the processor, and the memory. The central processing unit, normally we know computer we say three important parts: input device, CPU, and output device. So the CPU is known as the central processing unit. Okay, here the CPU is transferred as a single chip. Okay, so microprocessor is the one where it processes the data. It heads the binary instructions from the storage device and process it and send the signal to the output devices, right? So memory is the one where it stores the data from the sensors. Okay, whatever we are giving, either we may give through keyboard or something else, or the sensors when it is used in area. That's what we say now in industries. Some parts to be controlled, so the sensors are used to sense the environment, and it sends the signal to the microprocessor. So the data is getting to saved over there, and then the stored programs, it will be getting processed again. It will get saved over there whenever it is processed is needed for the to take the necessary actions. So input output devices are helpful for communicating between two output the outside world. And here there are two things: is the reprogrammable system and embedded system. Photocopying machine, digital cameras, we call it as embedded systems, and programmable systems are the microcomputers, right? Then the microprocessor, how it is function is, it functions with the help of the binary digits, zeros and ones. Oh, the important things are here. The microprocessor commands in binary form. These are called instruction. Whatever we are giving us in terms of instruction, it will be there. And all the instructions, uh, whatever we are sending through the input device, normally it will go and store in a space called memory. So these instructions will be stored in the terms of binaries, that is zeros and ones. What is zero? Zero is a low voltage level and one is a high voltage level. Group of bits, we call it as a byte or word. Where a word, it consists of 4 or 8 or 32, like that, bits. So 8 bits data, when we have 8 bits, it's called a byte. And if it is a 4-bit data, it we called as a nibble. So this nibble and bytes are helpful for transferring the data from input devices to the CPU, and CPU to the processors, to process the thing, and it will send to the output devices for the control. So this is the introduction for the microprocessor. Let me see about the components one by one.